All right, welcome. Today, we're diving into a really powerful idea from the book, The Modern Art of War. We're going to peel back the curtain on a hidden dimension of conflict, these invisible battlefields that exist right under our noses in a world we can't even see. Let's get right into it. We can start with this one quote. It says it all, really. In our world, every single transmission, every signal, every wireless connection, it's a piece of information. And that means it's both a strength and a weakness. This single sentence just perfectly captures the high-stakes reality we're about to explore. But before we get into this whole invisible world, let's take a step back. Let's ground ourselves in something familiar. We're going to talk about the kind of battlefield that everybody understands, the one you see in movies and read about in the history books. Think about it. For most of human history, warfare was all about tangible, physical things. Commanders thought in terms they could see, strategizing over terrain they could literally point to on a map. It was a physical fight over physical space. Pretty straightforward. And let's be clear, this stuff still matters. A lot. A bridge is a natural choke point, a mountain gives you a huge defensive advantage, and yeah, as any soldier will tell you, mud can stop even the most advanced army cold. So the physical world is and always will be absolutely critical. Okay, but here's the twist. Today, there's another layer of conflict happening right underneath that physical world we all know. This is the big reveal, right? There is a battlefield beneath the battlefield. And this is the crucial difference. Unlike a river or a mountain, you can't point at this new battlefield. You can't see it with your own eyes. It has to be sensed, it has to be mapped and understood using technology. So, what is it exactly? Well, think of it as a landscape made of radio waves, of GPS signals, drone control links, and all the data packets zipping through the air. It's an entire battle space woven out of the electromagnetic spectrum. And just like physical terrain, it can be mapped, it can be attacked, and it can be used to deceive your enemy. Now, being able to operate in this new battle space, wow, it offers some incredible advantages. Connecting all your sensors, soldiers, and commanders creates a force that is more aware and faster than anything we've ever seen before. But, and this is a big but, all of those advantages come with a very steep and often hidden price tag. And this right here, this is the core tension of modern warfare. Every single benefit you get from being networked also creates a brand new vulnerability. It's a constant high-stakes trade-off. So here's the first part of that bargain. On one hand, the promise is amazing. Units spread out over huge distances can coordinate their actions like they're all standing shoulder to shoulder. But the danger? Relying on one single network to do that creates a single point of failure. You take down that network, and you can paralyze the entire force. And here's the second part. The promise is unbelievable speed, the ability to act faster than your opponent can even process what's happening. The danger, though, is that the very signals that make that speed possible, they're like shooting a flare up in the dark. They reveal your position to anyone who's listening. So the bottom line is this. Every single time you transmit anything, you are announcing your presence. A radio call, a data link, a GPS signal, it all paints a giant target on your back for an enemy who knows how to listen. But what if the enemy is a lot more subtle than just jamming your signal? What if they don't just want to break your connection? What if they want to get inside your network? This is where the danger level just skyrockets. Let's make a really critical distinction here. A disrupted network. It's a problem for sure. Your screen goes black, your drone feed cuts out, but at least you know you're blind. A corrupted network is so much more sinister. The screen stays on, but it's showing you a false reality, the enemy's lie. Imagine your drone feed shows an empty street, so you send your troops in. But the enemy has just digitally erased themselves from the video. You've just walked into a perfect ambush. So which one is more dangerous? The one that makes you blind, or the one that makes you believe you see perfectly, but you're actually seeing what the enemy wants you to see? This quote just nails it. Corruption is lethal, because acting on bad information with total confidence is one of the fastest ways to lead your people straight into a disaster. And that brings us to the ultimate point about this new kind of warfare. The fight isn't just about who has access to the network anymore. It's a fight over who can trust what they see, hear, and read. At the end of the day, it's a contest over trust itself. Okay, so if technology can be disrupted, and even worse, if it can be corrupted, what's the solution? Well, the answer isn't just better tech. The answer has to be human. It's all about planning, training, and good old-fashioned judgment. Modern leaders, they need a kind of mental checklist, right? A set of questions they have to be asking themselves constantly to stay resilient against these invisible threats. They have to start with the assumption that their systems can and will fail them. First up, what's our plan for when our own data betrays us? Do our people on the ground know what to do if the orders they're getting are based on a lie? Next, what happens if the digital map on the screen is 5 minutes old and the enemy has already moved? How do we empower our people to act on what they're seeing with their own eyes, not just the last data refresh? And maybe the most chilling question of all, what if the system is broken, but it doesn't tell us it's broken? What if the GPS is off by just 50 meters, but the dot on the map looks perfectly fine? How do you catch the failures that don't announce themselves? And this is really what it all boils down to. Every advantage has a built-in vulnerability. Real strength isn't just about having the fanciest network. It's about having the ability to fight and win, even when that network is under relentless, brutal attack. So we'll end on this thought, and this one is for you to think about. This isn't just about the military. In a world where businesses, our infrastructure, even our social lives all depend on these networks and signals, we are all operating on invisible battlefields. So the final question is, where is yours? And are you ready to fight on it?